My videos have always been me losing, all right? I have lost damn near in every video throughout the years.
Oh my. Web video? There was no YouTube fame. Like, it didn't exist back then. I didn't even know things could come. No one knew.
Nobody at all.
I actually considered making a video of me wearing like a snowsuit with the exact script going, does this change anything?
You don't never cut his nails and shit? What's going on?
They might be a bit long now.
You think?
You're such a baby.
God, then it took my whole hand off.
You're a baby.
What's up? Oh,
yeah, tell
before
me.
we got to the balloon phobia,
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, because we were already talking about, our first and things we wish we would have known. Do you remember your first video that you shot and posted? And like the thought process of doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, give it to us.
Okay. So my first video was probably like, I just looked, it was like 15 years ago.
Oh.
Just crazy. Before you could monetize YouTube,
Yeah.
before anyone, I don't know, it was probably like what Thread is now today launched.
Yeah.
Like no one, you don't even. Anyway, I went and I thought I needed to talk about my thoughts to the world.
Okay,
And
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and I wanted to share what I had opinions on, and I made this video, and that's that one right there on marrying for love. And
So we
I
shouldn't
didn't-
marry for love, or we should?
You should marry for love.
Interesting.
And look at me in my bedroom on some sort of like.
Is this the same? This is a different
My
house
name is
though,
Marlene
right?
McCohen, and
Oh my-
I thought I would make
yeah.
myself a little web video.
web video?
Mostly for myself.
Are you a teenager?
The idea came from my friends that actually read
I guess
my
it's frozen.
That's okay.
web blogs.
We get. Is
Web
I thought that maybe I
vlogs.
should just start doing them on videos. So
that a machine
I
gun?
thought
Oh no
to
no.
myself,
Okay.
if all else fails, at least I can show her the video. Assuming that we still have this current format. Computer. You know what? I guess these videos won't exist anymore. But, one other important issue.
What is it?
I already filmed one of these,
Okay.
and for some reason, I don't know if it was because of the echo or whatever on the camera, but it sounded like I had a lisp. And
It still does.
I have to address this issue because I don't have a lisp, so I don't know.
just
I
gonna
tried
say
to
before I
fix
said
the
that.
echo or the background noise or whatever it was, but I just could not see myself like that. So let's begin with what we're going to talk about.
How long was this?
Yeah,
10 minutes? That
I
wasn't
don't
that
know.
bad. 10 minutes wasn't bad.
Yeah,
Those
but
were perfect together.
Look at that.
basically, long story short, I went and made these videos on different subjects, on like
Yeah.
work ethic at the place I worked. But one day my mom called me and was like, she's like a big snoop. Like that's like her part-time job is like
Nice.
snooping on us and stuff. And I got all these missed calls from her. I answered, and she was like, "I found your YouTube." Imagine she's snooping on me online, and then and at the time, I don't think I was with anyone or anything. So like, she finds like info about me, and like, apparently 2 minutes in to the video, I stop and I say, "You know what I really want to talk about? My mother." So imagine she's watching that. She finds it, and I made like 5 or 10 more. And then posted them and never made any again.
And then you switched up the content from there. You didn't
No,
like where you were going with that?
No, there was no YouTube fame. Like, it didn't exist back then. There
Yeah.
was no monetization. No one cared. I just was making
You was
things
just
for
doing
the
just to
universe
do
as
it.
my own personal.
Yeah.
I didn't even know things could come. No one knew.
Nobody at all.
So I was making it on my thoughts that I wanted to share with the world. Why I stopped making them was because I worked in a restaurant where anyone could walk in, and a lot of guys that would like continuously come in,
Oh.
let's say. And so, because they knew if they wanted to find you, they'd find you right there at the restaurant. And somebody found my videos and was like, "I know where you work." And he was mad that I didn't like him, but like he was making threats. So I'm like, never mind this. Everybody knows where I am and what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Because at that time when people are sharing it, and I actually am mad at myself I didn't see the light or the potential, because I went home where my parents were living in Texas at the time, and I ran into two of my sister's friends. They're like, Marlene, we love your YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
Do
I didn't
you?
even know.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you would have
Yes.
stayed the course?
I'm so mad. Don't even.
Consistently,
Don't even.
you would probably have 90 million followers.
I'm going to tell you something right now. And that's another thing. Like that content that I was making, not exactly that is now, is what I really want to make. I really want to go on and and influence the world and tell them my thoughts and do that. And I think I have a new energy for that. And
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing on YouTube. That's a lot of people, that's their niche. And it does really well because people care more about learning about you and your personality and your world. I think that's why your stuff does really well too.
What was your first video?
Oh, yeah, well, what is this? 2023? What was it? 2013? It was my first skit for when Instagram changed to posting on video.
IGTV?
Nope, before then. Because Instagram used to just be pictures.
Right.
And then then Vine came and it was like, we got to compete with Vine. So they gave you 7 seconds to do something.
You see those girls right there?
Oh my God. Excuse me, young lady. I've been having this on my mind for quite some time.
I
had to speed it up.
What's up with your friend though?
Oh, him?
Yeah, he's cute.
He gay. That's fine.
Don't think about it too.
Straight to the point. Straight and simple, okay? My videos have always been me losing, all right? I have lost damn near in every video throughout the years, okay? Real life. It's happened before.
My first video, on the subject of birds, I learned a hardcore lesson later on, which I didn't want to learn. I was trying to refuse to learn. I was like, okay, I'm a professional filmmaker. I'm going to put on my favorite clothes because I just got back from this audition and this is how I dress. I'm from LA. And then when the videos started getting popular, and a lot of people, we've had this discussion with Leor. He's like, you start off everyone starts off in their first videos are the worst. Nope, mine still to this day have the best views because this is what I chose to wear to
I'm Marlene McCohen with
educate.
I am back. I've been gone for a month. I've been away directing.
Yep, and so women would write me and go, I love what you have to say, but I don't feel comfortable with my husband watching. And my mentality at the time is what do you care what I wear? Why don't you want to control what I wear? Mm-hmm. And
now you get it?
Well, what made me get it was my first fan meetup.
It was it was crazy.
No. Family showed up.
Oh.
The kids loved me too.
Oh, they love you.
I didn't know because you just think you're talking to whoever you are. I didn't think. That's another thing you learn. Who are your demographics? Map it. I don't map anything out. I'm this is what I look like today. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to roll this in the screen.
Yeah.
We're real professional here, dress hot.
That's a bird right there. That's what I noticed that
look
first.
At,
the bird right there.
So, yeah. And then, I actually considered making a video of me wearing a snowsuit with the exact script going, does this change anything? But when you realize what your influence is, then you go, I want to resist because I don't want to feel like people have control over me. But at the same time, when I realized children were...
Most of your demographic.
Not mostly. So this is what would happen at the meetups. Kids would show up because they loved seeing the birds. And they'd bring their 3-year-olds. But then the mom would take me aside and go, so you've been in movies? And they'd be down.
Nice.
The whole family was interested. And then I never showed Georgian videos because as an actor, you always look single. He was very important. That whole thing. He doesn't care. He's normal. We go to film festivals. I'm you go mingle over there. I'll go meet these guys. He's gotcha. Whatever. Then I figured, I got to show the real life. Let's include him a little. And then at the meetups, guys, he came up to me and he's like, whoa, men are coming up to me and saying, thank God you're in the videos now. Like now my wife isn't so mad that I'm watching,
Oh,
you know?
okay.
And I was like,
Oh, it was going crazy.
oh, okay, this is the brand we are. Like I'm starting to understand, like I had no control over it. Like there's birds, kids like animals. And my viewers are they're just quality families. Because think about it, if you're watching my content, you are trying to learn.
True.
You want to learn.
It's very tough to learn.
And so let's responsibly get a parrot. So now that I realize, okay, this is what I am. So I started off like, okay, this is what I got to do.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, they're not on Instagram. And I went to New York and like this photographer like took this picture of me and my friend because he had like some real famous work. So I was like really honored that like he did this thing. My friend's topless.
Where's
I'm
that?
not. It's not here. I had to since delete it. There's other pictures that I've had to delete of me with like basically implied nudity and whatever.
That makes sense.
And because I was an actor, this is the stuff I put out. Like somebody like contacted a moderator on one of my parrot groups and said, "Can she delete this?" And I was like offended. I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like it had like on my friend's, you know, it had her like stars. You couldn't see anything, but I was just honored that this guy who was like a famous photographer, I'm in this photo. Now I can't share it. So I was all like upset about it. But then I really thought, okay, what is more important to me? It's the birds and the kids and this and
And the families.
And the families and I deleted it.
Lost forever. Gone. Once what was. Maybe they can find it again. What you about to say?